I'd like to welcome a member of the New York sports world, a fellow native New Yorker. I'd love to welcome Spike Lee into the James Dolan Wormhole. Welcome, Spike. There's room. Come on in. The water's fine. So, if you haven't heard, Spike Lee went to last night's Knicks game at Madison Square Garden and walked through the employee entrance, as he says he has done for the last 28 years. They scan his ticket. He goes in the elevator to go up. Now, here's the deal. Madison Square Garden is a remarkable arena. It's where I grew up. It's called the world's most famous arena, but it's also unique in the fact that the floor is upstairs. You have to go upstairs. You have to go up like 5-6 flights to get to the floor of Madison Square Garden. It's not like most arenas where you walk in and then you walk down because the floor is down. No, you've got to go up. So you have to go in an elevator to go up. Apparently, Spike said he was pulled off the elevator by a member of, maybe it was Kevin's staff. Kevin's staff.
It might have been Kevin.
The famed Kevin,
They brought him
who's
out.
ejected many fans from Madison Square Garden, right?
Yep.
So, apparently Spike says he was pulled off the elevator and told he's no longer allowed to use this entrance and had to re-enter the Garden from, as he said, 31st Street, which is like a 2-block walk, like go outside and back in. And he flipped out, said, "You can arrest me like Charles Oakley."
Oof.
And the reason why I know what he said, is because he went on First Take today on ESPN to have a Festivus. He aired his grievances after the feats of strength were almost pulled on him by Dolan's staff. And he said that some people who he's known for a while, guy's been there for 30 years, said to him, "Hey, let's take you upstairs and we'll take you in a different spot, but you don't have to leave the arena." And he goes to the game. God bless him. He's such a diehard fan. He goes to the game, and Dolan approaches him at halftime. Now, the Knicks say it was a cordial conversation. They shook hands. And Spike, however, had a totally different take on all of this. Roll tape.
I've been using the same entrance for 28 plus years. Last night, I go in, my ticket gets scanned. I'm in. The elevator, and also people having their ticket scanned also. And elevator's not moving. And the security guy comes to me and says, "We need you to get off the elevator." I said, "For what?" So we could speak about it now. I said, "I'm not getting out of the elevator." Elevator go up to 5, and security's waiting for me like I just ran out of Macy's stealing something. Security guy, he says, "Mr. Lee, you have to leave Madison Square Garden." And I said, "I'm not doing that. First of all, once you leave a sporting event, you can't come back in. So I don't trust these guys, so I'm not going for the okie doke." So I said, "I'm not leaving." I put my hands behind my back, and I said, "Arrest me like my brother Charles Oakley."
You just said you're being harassed?
Yes.
Are you going back to a Knicks game this year?
Not this year.
Are
Really?
you considering?
No, I'm coming back next year, but I'm done for the season. I'm done.
All right, Spike, we've met before briefly. Love your movies. I couldn't have been happier when you won the Academy Award. I love that photograph of him jumping into the arms of Samuel L. Jackson, which is great. Spike, I'm a native New Yorker, but I'll tell you, don't go back next year. It's very simple. It's very simple to rip the knob off. And just take the knob, rip it off, and never go back. And guess what? I was going to tell you that no matter what when I heard you say it this morning. But all you got to do when you have any doubts, when you truly, truly, truly have doubts as to whether you can pull the knob off and not go back, if you can truly rip yourself away from the love of your hometown team that you would love to finally win a championship after all the Ewing years and all the years before and after Ewing, like you have spent, Spike, even if you have any doubt that you would be able to pull off the knob and not go back, just wait, because the Schmohawk of Schmohawk Schmecky owners will do it for you. And guess what? James Dolan heard you on First Take today. and probably took his mind off of calling in whoever handles his music business and placed aside wondering if he's going to open up for the mighty, mighty Boss Tones or not. He took that off of his desk for the split moment to prove to everyone how he can't read a room and doesn't care about you as a fan, whether you're Spike Lee or the guy who Kevin kicks out of the arena. The New York Knicks PR, 15 minutes ago, tweeted out 2 photographs and 1 statement. The photograph is of the spot in Penn Plaza, which is where Madison Square Garden is, of the spot where Spike says that he's been entering into the arena for 28 years. It says entrance for employees, media, and patrons with disabilities only, meaning Spike's not allowed in there, even though he has been allowed for 28 years. And then there's a photograph of him shaking Dolan's hand, which I'm sure he did just to be polite because he's in the middle of all this stuff, proving, I guess, that Spike's a liar for going on First Take to say everything's not okay between him and Dolan. And just on top of all that, I'm going to read the statement from the New York Knicks, from the Knicks. So James is hiding behind the logo and the team. So it's the Knicks, the entire organization. Okay, I guess this includes everybody in the entire Knicks organization feels this way. Quote, the idea that Spike Lee is a victim because we have repeatedly asked him to not use our employee entrance and instead use a dedicated VIP entrance, which is used by every other celebrity who enters the Garden, is laughable. It's disappointing that Spike would create this false controversy to perpetuate drama. He is welcome to come to the Garden anytime via the VIP or general entrance. General entrance. Dude's given $10 million in tickets to this organization to watch crappy basketball for 3 decades. Just not through our employee entrance, which is what he and Jim agreed to last night when they shook hands.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, now it's just fine now. And just to show you what this guy stands for in terms of being an owner and leader of a crown jewel of the city's sports scene, and how he is fully incompetent at running it. They named their new team president, Leon Rose, yesterday. All of this washes it straight out. This is the first order of business. You place this stinking bag of poop on the front door of Leon Rose as he walks into the Garden as the president. Clean up on aisle Jim. First order of business. Spike, you're really going to go back next year? You're really going to go back next year? You're really going to give this guy millions of your dollars to go sit there? This guy's run off Oakley, he's run off Marv Albert, and he's running off Spike Lee. And how, Knicks fans, he has not run you off yet? I don't comprehend it. Because if the Knicks do finally stop sucking, you can watch it from home. Enjoy it. But you got to go there. Welcome to the Dolan Wormhole, Spike. I'm really enjoying your company.